All right. Shalom, Akyam. Shalom. This is the brother Ba'ar coming back at you again with another daily exhortation to edify the body, to edify the sheep of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah to the best of my ability. And before I start, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah Ba'ashem Rakah Quadash. I like to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. I like to give salutations to the Akyam preaching the gospel across the four corners of the earth in truth and in sincerity. Shalom, Akyam. Shalom. Once again, I'm back with another daily exhortation. And this is going to be a short lesson, Lord willing. Yahweh Bashim Yashar Ratazah. I wasn't too sure about what I wanted to do a lesson on today. But during lunch, just sitting down in my car, just meditating, just taking a look around, observing the environment, observing the people. And I just so happened to watch this Edomite family, walking towards their car. And I was looking at the woman. She wasn't all that, but I'm just looking at the woman. I'm looking at the family. I'm looking at, wow, I look at, it's an Edomite family, I'm looking at the car, but in one hand, it's kind of vexing. But on the other hand, I'm thankful, and I'm comforted by the words of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah. I'm thankful and comforted by the Lord giving us insight, by blessing us with understanding and knowing the end of our enemies, knowing that, just because a part of me was like, man, you didn't get what you have because you outsmarted us. You didn't get what you have because your people is better than us, which you're not. You have what you have because the Lord put us in captivity. The Lord gave us unto you for a period of time. But now this captivity is over with. The Most High has sent his prophets. The Most High is waking up his elect. And prophecies are coming to pass much faster. And this is why we're comforted. And the Lord telling us of the promises and the things that we're getting ready to receive and the power that's coming. Because Esau, Edom, they're in their pride. And the husband, I wasn't watching his wife like that. I was more likely looking at them like look at them. Pasty, plain skin with no hue. And Esau, man, the so-called fucking white man walking around with them slides, man, them fucking sandals, bro. They're not even slides, them sandals. They got caveman feet, dog hair. They don't deserve anything that they have, and they walk around with pride, man. Esau, Edom, all that he's gotten by violence, by deceit, by enchantment. He hasn't gotten anything that he has with wisdom, with intelligence. No. He hasn't called upon the Lord. He doesn't pray upon the Lord to receive these things. He serves Satan. Satan means adversary. Their ways are completely adverse of the Most High. But the Most High did bless Esau, Edom temporarily. For a small season, for a little season that they'll get to enjoy the earth. Hey man, the dew of heaven, the fatness of the earth and the dew of heaven. Yeah, man, the Most High has given it unto them. But look how they've managed the world, the earth. Look how they destroyed the people that's upon the earth, man. Look at it, man. And they walk around and with pride, as if they're doing such a good job, as if everybody is happy. Everybody is not happy. Everybody is complaining because of them. Stressing the people out, man. Stressing us out, man. Stressing out. They have worn out the saints, man. And to see these people in their pride, man, they have no idea what they have no idea what's coming. They have no idea, man. All right. So, you know, I just want to bring out some precepts, man. I was just meditating, man. I wanted to vent. But yet at the same time, the Lord has comforted us, man. All right. So, let me see. I don't even know where I should start. I know what chapter. But let me see. Man. Hold on, Salakia. I really want to keep it brief. I don't want to do too much. Let me see. Salakia. All right. Okay, so now I found the precept where I wanted to start off. All right, this is Revelation 18. All right, and this is verse 21, and it says, "And a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone and cast it into the sea, saying, Thus with violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down, and shall be found no more at all." And you know, the water Yahweh Shem Shah for having these words written, for letting us know how Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, how his kingdom is getting ready to fall. It's gonna fall with violence. All right, he's not gonna fall peacefully. All right, and it's balance that the Most High does it like that because of his pride. You know, because he thinks by his hand that he's gotten all these things. No, the Most High has allowed him to get all these things. The Most High has blessed him with the sword. All right, to achieve all these things. And there's been many accounts of chariots helping out Esau, Edom, to gain control of the world, but he won't admit that. He won't admit of a higher power helping him. He has too much pride. And now the higher power has laid his foot in a snare, has set him up for destruction. Now those same chariots, those same angels, which they call UFOs, are now setting themselves up to destroy Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. All right, all that's happening, all that's manifesting is the will of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, is the will of the Most High and His Son. All these things are happening by the will of the Most High, while Esau, Edom thinks that he's doing all these things. All these things are happening of himself. But the scripture says, man, that the Lord ruleth in the kingdom of men, man. He controls the hearts of men. He controls the minds of men. This is why all these things are happening the way that they are. You know, so these other nations, man, they have no right to feel prideful. But they refuse to acknowledge the Most High, man. They've refused to acknowledge where their thoughts come from. All right, but with great violence, man, that city Babylon, man, it says verse 21, and it says, and a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone and cast it into the sea, saying, Thus with violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down, and shall be found no more at all. All right, and it says, and the voice of harpers and musicians and of pipers and trumpeters shall be heard no more at all in thee. No craftsman of whatsoever craft he be shall be found no more in thee. And the sound of a millstone shall be heard no more at all in thee, man. Because this place is Babylon, which is also known as America, is a freaking factory, man. You know, this place, man, is truly a merchant city, man. You know, it's truly it's a slave, It's a world plantation, man. You know, this place in particular. All right, being here will stress you out, man, on all levels. That's why people here are so strung up on drugs, man. People here are so stressed out, man, especially our people. You Negroes, Latinos, and native people of this land. Stressed out, man. But the Lord has set bounds for Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, that he cannot pass. There's an appointed time that his rulership will end. And the Lord is going to do it. The Lord is going to fight for us. We don't have to do nothing. All right? But they are the accuser of thy brethren. All right? They're going to use their media. They're going to use their enchantments to try to paint us out to be criminals. To try to paint us out to be, radicals. But all we're doing is bringing out the words of the Most High and his Son. That's all we're doing. All we're doing is telling you of the judgment that's getting ready to befall you. Thus saith the Lord. But they're going to make it seem as if we're stirring up, hate. Well, the Lord hates you. The Lord hates you. And we hate you. All right, but the scripture does says, though ye be angry, sin not. Be ye angry, sin not. Salakia. All right, and lay hands on no man suddenly. So we're not going to lay hands on you. We're not in position to do so at this moment. We're not in position to do any such a violent act towards Esau, Edom, and the other nations. We're not in position because we're at the bottom. This is why the Lord describes us as a worm. We're defenseless. We have no military. Our power is the Most High, and he's going to fight for us. And that's why Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, is afraid. This is why the other nations are afraid. This is why they're speeding things up to establish their new world order. This is why they're speeding things up to establish that rice grain, as the brothers, like to call it, the charagma. All right. This is why they're moving fast, man. But, those who have eyes to see and ears to hear can see these things happening and hear these things happening. Especially those who have the light in this world full of darkness, which is the elect. Yahweh Bashim Sharatazah, I'm a part of that number. Yahweh Bashim Sharatazah, you brothers and sisters are a part of that number. Those who are listening to our lessons. Those who are listening to the men that are out on the highways and byways. What the scripture says, a prophet is not without honor except in his own country. Our family and friends, they don't see what we're doing as to be profitable. But those of us who are of the faith, we see this to be beyond profitable. We're servants of the Most High, man. We're moving things, man. Things are moving because the Lord has put it in our spirit to do so. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Shah, we're telling this mountain to be gone. And this mountain is getting ready to fall, man. Just like Jericho. It's getting ready to fall, man. All right. So let me just jump over to Jeremiah 50. All right. And I'll start off at 21, and it says, go up against the land of Marathon, even against it, and against the inhabitants of Pekod, waste and utterly destroy after them, saying the Lord, Slakia, saith the Lord, and do according to all that I have commanded thee. A sound of battle is in the land, and of great destruction. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How is Babylon become a desolation among the nations? I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon, and thou was not aware. Thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against the Lord, man. All right, and they've striven against the Lord, man. This is why they're so prideful, man. All right, this is why they created GMOs. All right, this is why they allowed, a sodomy and all kind of acts of wickedness, man, to run rampant in their cities. They're boasting themselves against the Most High, man. They're striving against the Lord, and they don't consider that they're gonna have to pay for these things, man. They're not a spiritual people; they're carnal. This is why the Most High send them signs to let them know that their time is up. This is why the Most High sends His angels to show themselves, to manipulate particular things, to let them know that your time is up. This is why they're preparing. This is why they've created the Space Force. This is why they've created bunkers. It's not only to protect themselves from the nuclear missiles, because all these other nations, man, they're in cahoots with each other, because we haven't forgotten the Georgia Guidestones. All right, that's a proclamation that all the nations are in agreement with. All right, so even though they're going to be at war with each other, they're still trying to achieve that goal. They're all Masons. They all serve Satan. They all serve. They all serve, they're adverse of the ways of the Most High, man. They're trying to establish their kingdom, now. This is all a storyline that they think that they've created, that they're trying to play out. But they don't know they're a part of. Well, they do. They have an idea. This is why they're preparing. But now that we know that they're all a part of the story line of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, of the Most High. All right, they're moving exactly and according to as it's written in the scriptures, and they think that they can outsmart the Most High, man. How could the thing that was formed tell him that formed it that thou hast no understanding? These things are written in the scriptures for us, for our learning, for us to comfort us, to give us understanding of what's happening. So we're not in the dark, unlike the unbelievers of our people. Man, it shall be wailing and gnashing of teeth, man. Crazy, man. All right. And it says, and the Lord hath opened his armory and hath brought forth the weapons of his indignation. For this is the work of the Lord, power of hosts, in the land of the Chaldeans, man. So the Most High has opened up his armory, man. He also put it in the minds of the other nations, man, to create these particular weapons that Esau, Edom, Elisa, and Babylon has no understanding of. You think while they're trying to establish this so-called New World Order, you think the other nations don't have it in their mind that this is their opportunity to rule? That this is their opportunity to be on top? Hey, man, we've heard the quote, let not says shoot, it slipped my mind that fast. Let not a something go to waste. Let not a what is it says? Whatever, man. Y'all brothers know what I'm saying, man. When chaos happens, it's the perfect opportunity for them to establish their ways. What is it? Order out of chaos. They create the chaos and they bring in order. Okay? So, yeah, man. This is what's in their hearts, man. This is what's in their minds. But the Most High has laid a snare, man. Their house is divided. This is why we're watching it. We're watching on news. It's being reported on social media. It's being reported in international news stations. How at odds they really are. They're trying to establish this global government, but they're at odds. How could their house stand if their house is divided? All right. So let me go to. I think I had another precept. Let me see. Let's go to Psalm 73. Yeah. Wasn't too sure about where in Psalm 73 I wanted to bring out. I know exactly where, but where I wanted to start, not too sure. But I will try to make the point. All right, so let's see. Because it is long and it does hit the point. It does hit the point, but just for the sake of time, you know what? For edification's sake, I'ma run it. Let's go. Psalm 73 verse 1. Truly, the Most High is good to Yasha'Allah, even to such as are of a clean heart. But as for me, my feet were almost gone. My steps had well nigh slipped, man, because we were in darkness at one point, man. All right, completely bugged out, man. A lot of us were in the world, man. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. All right, because this is what it looks like, right? Even to this day, it kind of looks like that. All right, but we can see, we know what's getting ready to happen. This is why they want to shut down the internet. This is why they want to prevent men, you know, like me, those who go out on the highways and byways, those who are part of the ministry of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. They're trying to prevent us, man. All right, so this is why they're gonna create some kind of false narrative about us, story about us. All right, using their media, all right, to get us off the highways and byways, to imprison a lot of us, some of us, all right, to provoke the general public to try to kill us. But the Lord is going to lift up a standard. All right, they're going to try to roll on us using martial law. You know, they're going to go in their bag as well. We know that, because this is the end of their kingdom. We're expecting Esau Edom to go in his bag. You know, we've seen how he's done Ishmael throughout the years. We've seen how we've studied. We were in their schools. We've studied how they dealt with the other nations, the tactics that they used with the other nations. Those other nations were that's child's play. All right, he's got the greatest people the world has ever known in his backyard. All right, so he was just practicing with the other nations. But when it comes to us, we understand how he gonna come. You know, and we understand he's gonna come down with great wrath, knowing that he has but a short time. All right, we know he's not gonna hold nothing back. All right, but he should know also the Most High is not gonna hold nothing back too for his elect. The power of all that there is, the creator of all that there is, even you, Esau, so-called white man, even you. All right, so let's continue. I'm gonna drop these precepts off on your head, man. All right, and it says, "For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Therefore pride compasseth them about as a chain." And this is what I witnessed today. "Violence covereth them as a garment." All right, all their works were done by violence. All right, and it says, "They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak lawfully." Man, get a job. You know, you should be happy you got a job. You know, we civilized you. You were in the jungle, running around, you know, chasing monkeys. That's how they've convinced a lot of our people that we were doing for thousands of years. All this whole time we were just running around chasing monkeys and shit. That's all we were doing. We was idle, not doing anything, while they tell us stories and try to tell us their so-called history as they were doing all these great things. What the hell we were doing? And, you know, hey man, nice try. All right. So it says, verse 9, and it says, "They set their mouth against the heavens, and their tongue walketh throughout the earth," man. All right. And it says, "Therefore his people return hither, and therefore his people return hither, and waters of a full cup are wrung out to them." All right, man. Hey, man, the Most High gave them the fatness of the earth. In Job 9, verse 24 says, "The earth is given into the hands of the wicked." All right, he covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Or who is he? Salakia. You know, He's the devil, man, that the Bible speaks of. All right. And it says their mouth, and it says in verse 9, it says their mouth, they set their mouth against the heavens, man. You know, this is why they're trying to get rid of, they mock the Lord. They mock the scriptures. You know, this is why they want to establish the cloud. This is why they want to establish themselves as the Most High upon the earth. You know, by leading the sheep to the slaughter, by having everybody take that grain of rice, that charagma. All right, because he wants to control the minds of the people and the soul of people. Man, Akim, believe it or not, man, the Most High put it in my spirit to look up a lot of these things, man. Listen, man, he understands frequencies. He understands to a particular degree the light body. All right, your spiritual body. He understands these things, man. This is how he's able to use MK Ultra and all these other things. The Most High has really given Esau Edom a lot. A lot. You know, he does write these articles, these long pages, you know, these documents, and they're extremely long. They're extremely long. I'm talking pages, man. All right. And he writes them in a way, if you're not really in tune, you're going to walk away from it. You're going to stop reading. But the Lord put it in my spirit to read a lot of these documents, man. I go looking for one thing, and I come out with all this with all this knowledge that we, you know, that the Lord has given Esau Edom. People not understanding what this mark is really gonna do to you. He didn't spend all this time just to wrap a wire around a piece of chip and just put it in you and just that's it. Nah, man, he ain't just slapped this stuff together, man. This took decades of thought. Man. All right. This man has studied the body inside and out, man. All right. And it says, verse 11, and it says, and they say, how doeth the Most High know? Is there knowledge in the Most High? Behold, these are the ungodly who prosper in the world. They increase in riches. Verily, I have cleansed my heart in vain and washed my hands in innocency. For all the day long have I been plagued and chastened every morning. All right, because it almost seemed like this nigga will never lose his position. It almost seems like, man, this is what it's gonna be forever, right? That's what it seemed like, right? For so long. Right? We never thought that the world could possibly be any other way. You know, when we were in darkness, we just thought that this was it. You know, like 2/3 of our people believe right now. They don't believe the earth is going to be in any other form or any other fashion other than the fashion that it's in right now. All right. You know, this is why no matter how hard we try with the herbs, you know, working out and trying to eat good foods, Esau Edom will show you, he'll show you some shit and you're going to be like, damn, man, we need the Lord. Come on. All right. We need the Lord for real, man. Verse 15, and it says, if I say I will speak thus, behold, I should offend against the generation of thy children. That's why 2/3 of our people, man, they're not receiving this word. They're not receiving the things that we're telling them. You know, they're you know, because they can't see Esau Edom coming down. You know, plus and they don't respect whom the word is coming from, whom the message is coming from. You know, we're here warning our people of the things that Esau Edom is doing unto the people, and they can care less. As long as they got a job, as long as they can eat, as long as they can go out and have fun and go hit the club, you know, as long as they can smoke their weed and listen to their trap music, they good. They good, right? Our people are destroyed, man, for the lack of knowledge, man. They don't see that there's a cap. They don't see the cap. They always think that they got a chance. They always think that they have opportunity. We've been running. We've been, you know, Esau Edom has been spinning this top for generations, man. Our people are in the fucking hamster wheel, man, and they don't even know it. Esau Edom, he always reinvents our come up. But the Lord has given us the light to see that there ain't no way out other than the Lord. All right. So the scripture says in 16, Psalm 73 verse 16, and it says, when I thought to know this, it was too painful for me until I went into the sanctuary of the Most High. Then understood I their end. Surely thou didst set them in slippery places. Thou castest them down into destruction. How are they brought into desolation as in a moment? They are utterly consumed with terrors. As a dream when one awaketh, so, O Lord, when thou awakest, thou shalt despise their image. Thus my heart was grieved, and I was pricked in my reins. So foolish was I, and ignorant. I was as a beast before thee. Man, we was through in the world, man. We was through, man. We was caught slipping in the world, man. You know, but the Lord has shown us mercy. He's shown us mercy before our enemies, man. Right before their faces, man. The Lord is preparing a table right before their faces, man. Lord, he about to do something ill, man. He about to do something real, really real, man. He really about to do something, man. He about to get it started. He's really about to show himself upon this earth, man. All right. So, let me keep going, and I'm going to wrap it up. Salakia Akim. I said I wasn't going to make this long, but when the Spirit is on me, I'm moving, man. All right. It says, nevertheless, verse 23, nevertheless, I am continually with thee. Thou hast holden me by my right hand. Thou shalt guide me with thy counsel, and afterward receive me to glory. And this is what we're hoping for. We're hoping to be received of Yahweh Bashim El Shah to glory, man. To receive of those bodies, to receive power, unimaginable. Something that Esau Edom has no understanding of. The infinite power. The everlasting kingdom. All right. And it says, thou shalt guide me with thy counsel, and afterward receive me to glory. Whom have I in heaven but thee? And there is none upon earth that I desire besides thee. And this is the spirit that 2/3 of our people, Salakia, this is the spirit that the elect is in. You know, because when the more and more Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, shows his hand and makes his works public, the more we know that we need the Lord. The more we know and understand that we have no one else to turn to. You know, 2/3 of our people think that they have the power to stand up against Esau Edom, and they're going to find out fairly quickly and easily how vulnerable they are. Pride, there ain't going to be no pride amongst our people in that day. Okay, pride is going to be sucked out, man. All right. And it says, my flesh and my heart faileth, but the Most High is my strength. Slakia, but the Most High is the strength of my heart and my portion forever, man. All right, because this flesh, man, you know, we're here battling this flesh, man. But the scripture says the flesh is weak, but the spirit is willing. You know, this is why we're crying unto Yahweh Bashim El Shah to be delivered. You know, because we're battling, man. We're battling the world. We're battling these demons. We're battling these spirits. Okay? Salakia. All right? And it says, for lo, they that are far from thee shall perish. Thou shalt destroy all them that go a-whoring from thee. Which he's talking about our people. Okay? And it says, but it is good for me to draw near to the Most High. I have put my trust in the Lord power, that I may declare all thy works. Khan, the water Yahweh Bashim El Shah. All right, so I'm gonna end it right there, and I'm thankful, you know, You brothers stuck it in with me, and sisters that y'all stuck it with me. You know, I didn't want to read the whole chapter, but through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shah, you know, he allowed me to go through it. He put it in my spirit to go through it. You know, because it's so edifying. The words of Yahweh Shem Shah is edifying, man. You know, it's our food, man. It's our life. You know, you just have to give yourself unto Yahweh Shem Shah, man. Take on his spirit. Because the spirit of the world is dying. Hell, man, the spirit of the world is dead. Ain't nothing but death in the world. The Lord is bringing us unto life. He's bringing us unto his everlasting kingdom. He's bringing us into power. To riches evermore. To joy evermore. All right? So, you know, I'm going to keep it short. I'm going to cut it short, man. And I hope y'all edified. And I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shah, Bahasham, Rakah, Kodash. I like to give double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone. I like to give salutations to the Akyam preaching the gospel across the four corners of the earth in truth and in sincerity. Shalom Akyam. Shalom.